Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And yes, it's another Ronaldo scenario. Well, should we say circus? And this time round, according to reports, Ronaldo will be sacked and also sued by Manchester United. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And always, we have a fantastic panel with us. So, as always, none other than Omundi, the voice of not reason with me lately, banging heads together because he's got one opinion and I've got another. But as always, Omundi, we love each other, really. How are you doing,
Listen,
sir?
Solo. We may be banging heads, but I'm like Andre the Giant. You headbutt me, I don't feel nothing. But when I headbutt you, like boom, like a wrestling. I'm going to wobble you, mate, and I have been wobbling you. And you're a brave man to come on the show with me tonight, the way you've been talking the last few days. But anyway, let's go move on.
You know what it is on Monday? It's all about being ultimate warrior, isn't it? No matter how you've been beaten, you get back up, and it's like, I'm waiting for it. And as always, Pat, sir, how are we doing? How are you feeling? Welcome back after a few days away.
Yeah, lads, I was away. I'm back. I've got my Man United Agenda threads on, and I'm ready to go. And I've people in the comments could only see the conversation we were having before we went live. This is going to be a tasty show.
It will be. And we've got to say, marked man, I wonder, Ten Hag, or we're going to say Yapstam. Which one is it, sir? All the way from Australia. How you doing, sir?
Mate, both of them beauty queens. Don't know who's better looking. Ten Hag, probably me out of the whole three, if I'm honest. If I channel a bit of the Ronaldo ego, I'm the best looking. Like, mate, lucky my mum loves me. That's all I can say. We're here to lay some truth bombs today, and the big man, the big lion upstairs. Sorry, that one, the big lion. You better look out
on Monday.
We're here for you. We're here for you on Monday. Bring your best, mate. It's on. It's on.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Andy, as always, sir, we have one. You know where to find Andy. Every Monday night he's with us. And listen, he's on our little holiday break. And guess what? He's with us now. And he's also with us at 10 o'clock as well. So Andy, sir, how are you doing? What we're going to do, what transformer I was going to ask you to be today? Because it's got to be a bit durable one, isn't it, really? Someone who's going to take some beating, but get back up again and have a go at us.
Optimus Prime, firm but fair.
I love it. Oh, firm but fair. Oh, I like
Strong enough to be gentle.
Absolutely like that one. But guys, as you know, it is Friday night, and all it is here is going to just be a conversation, I think, tonight. Difference of opinion, to be honest with you. But if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. So as always, we have got our sponsorship. So Monday always do the great work of reading it out for us.
Welcome, guys. As you know, it's GMS, it's Global Mapping Surveys. They are our sponsors. They're a wonderful organization, wonderful company run by a cool guy called Adam. They assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. And guys, check out the link in the description. That's GMS.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I've got to say, Ronaldo should have got in contact with Global Mapping Surveys and got them to help map his way out of the club, and he wouldn't have made such a mess of it. Ronaldo, get on the phone to GMS, mate. You need them.
That's right.
Oh, brilliant. Amanda, would you mind going through some of the comments already, guys? We've got a few people in the chat. 11, please make sure you're giving us a like, share, and a subscribe.
That's right. Eddie Football Waffle, go and check out his channel. Eddie, we love you, man. He's saying Ronaldo should be sacked, but the Glazers should be too for forcing this guy to stay and become just disgruntled. I feel for Ten Hag, he's saying. Big up to Matthew Baffett. Hopefully we see you at 10 p.m. He's saying big up to everyone on the show. Want to say hi to Matthew Mataface. Good evening, comrades, he says. He's got with the Soviet symbol there. Bill Baggio, were you in Italy with our very own Pat last few days? I'm not sure what's going on.
Went over to visit Bill, I did.
Okay. Saragon saying Sue being sued. That's a good one. I like that there. Go Paul is saying evening back after a while. And go Paul, don't give me the complicated words to read out. You've been doing that. MUFC saying hello. Saragon again is saying Omondi's like Mayweather and Ricky Hatton. Bill Baggio, hi Matt. Oh, just a few hellos. UK Strangers in the house. Good evening to the chat. He said, can we move on for Cristiano now? Sacking, look forward to that as well. Just a couple more because they're coming in thick and fast. Mr. B, he's been putting out some. Yeah, I'm on Mr. B's side at the moment with his views. Big up, Mr. B. See him at 10 p.m.
Hold on, can I say something to you about Mr. B? Yeah, I swear for Mr. B, if you take my side, all that money that you swore, and I'll give it back to you, I promise.
Stumpy Candletop is saying tonight's correct spot the ball at 10 p.m. will be square 5. So he's got some inside knowledge. Rory C saying soup as well. No, it's not soup. It's what's up?
Sup?
What's up? What's up?
And finally, I want to say hi to a credible top man called Robbie Norman, all the way from Ireland. He's saying, happy Friday, lads. Big up to Robbie Norman, man.
And guys, what could we say about the Friday? It is that Friday feeling. But, you know, on a Friday, I used to get KFC. But now I'm not allowed to get KFC. So it's basically just salad these days for me, really. So, yeah. But listen, before we kickstart the show, thank you so much, Talk, as well in the background. Absolutely. It's going to be one of those days. I will, Mr. B will take the fine. It's a couple of thousand, by the way, Mr. B, if you didn't know that. But, guys, let's kickstart. So, on Monday, first things first, we're going to hit the Ronaldo situation, and we're going to give this bit up regarding Manchester United, and is there a comeback for Ronaldo?
So the headline here is Man United sack and sue Ronaldo for breach of contract. Goes like this: Man United want to sack Ronaldo and are considering suing the forward over a breach of contract following the forward's controversial interview. Ronaldo has dominated the headlines this week following the release of his interview with Piers Morgan, in which the 37-year-old said he felt betrayed by the club and criticised a number of leading figures at Old Trafford. Amongst them was the manager, Ten Hag, with Ronaldo claiming he has no respect for the Man United manager. His comments came as after a turbulent start to the season, following a summer of uncertainty as Ronaldo pushed for an exit amid the club's failure to secure Champions League football when he was at the club. United released a statement on Friday that said the club had initiated appropriate steps in response to Ronaldo's interview. And the Times are reporting that the club want to rip up Ronaldo's contract and that the Portuguese captain is no longer welcome at Red Devils Carrington training ground. United are in discussions with lawyers to make a case for the breach of contract and are considering suing Ronaldo. Ronaldo is currently with the Portuguese squad ahead of the 2022 World Cup, and it's increasingly likely that his time at United will come to an intimate end. That was a tough one.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Monday. So where do we start with this sacking and also Ronaldo being sued? Let's kickstart. Who have we not had on? So, Pat, just give us a brief sort of description of what you made of this interview and why do you think or believe the club, would they be able to sue Ronaldo for breach of contract, or will there be something in Ronaldo's contract where probably someone hasn't really redefined print? You can't do anything with him or touch him.
Well, I just must say, lads, because I was away, I missed the 2 shows. And I don't know who was talking what, who was talking sense, and who was talking rubbish. So I can't wait to find out who's been saying what and who's going to respond to what. Now, what can I say about these interviews? Yeah, I watched the first part and I lost 45 minutes of my life that I'm never going to get back. And I watched the second one and I feel exactly the same, to be honest with you, lads. I'm never going to get that time back. It was the worst. It was the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. I love Cristiano the same as everybody else, but it was just catering to his own ego for the both parts. And he, as I was trying to say backstage, what was the purpose of it all? He knew he was gonna go. The second he does an interview, he's gone. They done it to Roy Keane, they're gonna do it to him. It's rinse and repeat, same thing again. Now, is this his only way of getting out of the club? Is that what he wants to do? He felt that this is the quickest way. I don't have to hang around till the summer. Otherwise, I can't get out of the club. So he says, okay, I'll force the club's hand and I'll do an interview and then they're going to have to sack me. Because it wasn't, look what Andy was saying backstage. It wasn't explosive. I didn't feel sorry for him at the end of it. I felt sorry for him for a point in the interview when he was talking about his family and his lost child. My heart bled for him. But everything after that, I felt it was worthless.
Andy, I know you were backstage having that discussion regarding the whole thing with how the club, if it's true, regarding the way the club behaved with when it came to his kids. Is this obviously we know it's no way back for Ronaldo, but what do you think? I know me and you having a laugh about how much money the club would get if they did sue Ronaldo. Do you want to sort of give us a bit more information on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I despise them upstairs at the club. They only want to sue him and get their dividends. That. Believe me, his wages will not go towards another player. His wages will go towards the dividends of the Glazers. This is the only way. Behind the scenes, they're still scheming and evil as ever, and he's right on that. But if it's true, there was a part of that interview yesterday where he said there was people there, and you get this because I've been through it. There's people in business who don't give a fuck about you going through an emotional crisis. Now, I get that part of the interview because I've been there. And if there were certain aspects, he was on holiday. He spent a week in Monaco on it, and his little daughter fell ill with bronchitis. So if some little toe rag upstairs at Manchester United has come out with that, believe me, Ronaldo has to prove it, but the club will deny it because any business will say that then deny it. It's the way of the world. So that's the only bit of sympathy I've got towards Ronaldo because he's a family man. We're all a family. Everybody cares for the family. I get that. But the rest of the interview, Car Crash TV, Piers Morgan, an absolute toe rag racist who thinks he can tell everybody what to do. He was manipulating him and going in on Ten Hag. So basically, he disgraced you, did he, Cristiano? No, I'm not the brightest spark in the room, but I know a two-faced little toe rag trying to provoke a response.
Put words in his mouth, Andy.
Put words in his mouth, and that's what journalism is. Now, he may want to do this interview and get it off his chest because back in August, he said, I'm going to say everything, didn't he? And Gary Neville even tweeted, say it now, Ronaldo. Say it, say these things. So this was in the pipeline. So Ronaldo's just coming out with all guns blazing. I don't agree with the Eric Ten Hag stuff. Absolutely disrespectful. And I don't give a fuck now. He has to go and move on. Look, he will always be the GOAT. He will always be a legend of our generation. He gave us great days and great times, but he has to go. Say, if he didn't even go in on them Yankees. He only said what we've all been seeing for years. He should have really gone in on him, name names, and just got, fuck it. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Joker style. Throw the hand grenades, throw your shoulder, fucking blow it, and have a smile dressed in a nurse's outfit and just go, they say about the money, this is sending a message. Yeah. That's it.
Boom. And now we're going to go. So what do you think now? Because you keep changing the name. So it's Mark, or is it Mark's Man? Let's go Mark Man now because that's his new name on here. Yeah, there you go, Eminem. Mark Man. So obviously we're backstage, we're having a discussion, and you sort of wanted to hit, like what Andy just said, a hand grenade. So what were your thoughts about obviously the interview, the whole thing with Piers Morgan? Now we're talking about suing and sacking Ronaldo. Yeah, give us a little lowdown.
Firstly, I think that the club's just posturing to get a position of leverage where they're going to have to pay nothing or next to nothing to end the contract, if that is the case. Because keep in mind, Ronaldo could go out and top score in the World Cup. You know, he could go out and get 6 goals in the next month, and they'll go, hang on a minute, we want to sell some more T-shirts, which I think is the real problem here. There's one side that's interested in money and selling T-shirts and wants to keep Ronaldo, regardless of it being best for the club, regardless of it being what's best for Ronaldo. Because from having not commented on either of the videos yet, yeah, they were boring, let's be honest. But there are 2 stories here. Ronaldo wants to leave, and Ronaldo wants to leave because the club is being run into the ground. And the truth for me lies somewhere in the middle, as there's facts, there's truth to both sides here. Ronaldo wants to leave because he's just not suited to this project. You know, Ronaldo to me is a cherry on top of a finished project, like he's a finisher in the game. He's not a building block. He's someone that's just not suited to this reset that Ten Hag is doing, and it should be based around youth, and Ten Hag knows that. Conversely, Ronaldo is he's the most famous human on the planet. Let's get it right. And he loves his club. He loves the fans. And for me, the feeling is mutual. And he used that clout in these interviews to attack the Glazers. A move, in fairness, he could have instigated in other ways. He didn't need to do the interview. You're talking about a guy who doesn't need money. He doesn't need anything. He did this for a reason, right? And the reason he did it, in my mind, is to get out of the club. That's true, you know. And the second reason he did it was to give a gift, a parting gift to the people he loves, the fans, us, who he considers a club, because that's what he said. He was very specific about what he said. He said, "I love the fans, and this club is being run into the ground, and it's not okay." And I really respect him for taking the time in his life to as boring as it was, you know, like to take the time out of his life, which he doesn't need to do, and to support us, because now the whole world knows. You know, remember, this is the most famous guy in the world, and he chose to attack the Glazers to help us. Keep in mind, this is the kind of guy who can move a soft drink can across a table and spend a company's money in the tens of millions with one movement. That's how much clout this guy has. He could have gotten out of this club regardless. Make no mistake, he's on our side, and that's sincere. That's why, for me, all true United fans should continue to support Ronaldo, despite this turn of events, regardless of the narrative you choose to believe. I personally do not have any problems here. I'm a ride or die with Ronaldo. And I also believe what he's doing is right for Ten Hag. And by leaving the club, he is helping Ten Hag. Ten Hag not only needs the victory that Ronaldo is giving him in the dressing room, but he needs it as much as he needs Ronaldo to leave. And Ronaldo himself needs to leave. This is the best for all concerned. It's sad that it has to be this way. It is. It actually hurts me, like, personally. I know it sounds a bit silly. I'm a grown man. But I've been watching United for over 4 decades. You know, like, I'm an old guy. And, like, and he's one of my absolute favourite, you know, players of all time. I don't mind, you know. So I'm biased, but we all are, you know. And to me, Ronaldo is showing us that he loves us on his way out. And that's a measure of the man. He's a great. He'll always be a great. He should always be in our hearts. Viva Ronaldo.
Don't this stink of a double cross, though? Don't this stink of a double cross?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is double cross. I watched the YouTube video. Now, everybody in the room, right? I'm a wrestling fan. If you remember Bret the Hitman Hart, the 1997
Montreal
Screwjob, the double cross. I watched that last night and found all the juicy details. This is on the same level as that double cross from 97 with Bret the Hitman Hart and Vince McMahon. He has double crossed us, but he's done it in the right way and the wrong way. So he's split down the middle. Absolutely fuming with him, then absolutely sympathy with him.
Andy, it's amazing. You should go there. I've just got to say, just this a theory I'm going to throw out. I was saving for the right moment, but you have literally led us there. Ronaldo theory, right? Ronaldo didn't want to leave last summer initially, or did want to leave. Ten Hag wants him gone. The club wants to keep him. The Glazers, the greedy
just
Glazers.
Like Bret, just like Vince McMahon.
Yeah. They want to keep him for shirt sales. Ten Hag and Ronaldo concoct this narrative together to get what they both want. Every bit as plausible as the dribbling rubbish the so-called journalists on Fleet Street pump out of their a-holes, like that Decepticon that did the interview. That piece of trash. Like,
Decepticon, mate. He's not worthy of the badge.
Let me just throw it out there. Ronaldo's little finger wagging and the walking off, that was prime wrestling. Was it not? Was it not? I throw it out there. You can laugh at me in the comments. I don't know what everyone's saying.
I'm not laughing at you,
I'm there with you, Mark. I understand what you're saying. The theory is there. Omundi, let's get you involved in this now, because obviously me and you have been bumping heads. And as I said, I'm staying as neutral as possible. I'm on the fence. I'm still on the fence with the whole situation with Ronaldo. And it's good to have sort of a different of opinion from Mark and also Andy tonight, where obviously the dust has settled a little bit. And it's almost like we've been able to go back and sort of like regurgitated the interview to then see, you know, what the position is of the club right now. And obviously they're talking about suing the club. Like we said earlier, me and Andy was saying earlier on the club about it on the chat. We don't think the Glazers will get a penny, even if they try to sue him as well. So, but if you listen to what the guys are saying there, Monday, go on, see if you can respond to them. Some great comments.
I love the guys on the panel, and I think they're all talking sense, and especially talking about the Montreal screw job. That's the biggest heel turn that we've seen in football. I've seen. I can imagine. I can't remember anything like this ever before. And it was it's scripted. Someone said in the comments it's scripted kind of thing. He wears number 7, and I think it's significant really because he's portraying all of the 7 deadly sins in his behaviour, his attitude right now. It's all about ego, all about himself, and he's softening up the fans. I love the fans, but there's so many contradictions in there as well. And like one of my favourite martial artists is Bruce Lee. I love his films, Enter the Dragon. The only thing I can think of here is like when he was with Han at the end of the film, Enter the Dragon, and he said to him, "You've offended my family," meaning Ten Hag, "and you've offended the Shaolin Temple." And he went on to kick his ass, you know? So I think the same thing applies. And there's also a line in there that says, boards don't hit back. When it's just smashing the board. But this board will hit back and he will get out of the club. I think he will. This is his opportunity to get out of the club. It's being scripted. It's a work. It's a move, as they say in wrestling. Definitely a work that he can get out of the club like this. Definitely the timing. People saying it happened in September. This interview will happen a few months ago. It's clearly happened recently because of the conversation that came up and all the timeline and all that kind of thing. I was really disappointed with the interview. I felt that Piers Morgan might as well just got down and unzipped him. And it was really, really bad. And I think Piers Morgan, he just went OTT with it. You're supposed to be there as a journalist and ask the right questions. He didn't at all. He just sucked up to him the whole way through. And I just didn't like it. What he said, you don't trash the manager, you don't trash the club. And he done those two things. And that's why I'm disappointed in him. Regardless of what you say, whatever, doesn't matter who you are. You know, man is man. We all bleed the same blood. I don't care what talent you had in the future or in the past or what you've done or that kind of thing. The manager is the hierarchy of the club. He's employed by the club to manage the team. Now, if you want to unsettle everything and do all this foolishness and chat just because it's the Be Kind era and you feel a bit upset because Alex Ferguson throwing boots at people. In the past, people need to fight, you know? I know some old school managers that used to rough you up and beat you up in change room, that kind of thing. What, you're going to come out now? This is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. If you're such a good player, get out and prove yourself. You know, that's how you prove it. You prove it with your performance, not by run out your mouth and go run into the media and that kind of thing, because your brand's hurt and that kind of thing, because you're not getting the game time or whatever. I'm really disappointed with Ronaldo. Player, you know, I don't think he's the best player of all time. He's a good player, but I just think it's a work. And the whole thing's a rigged, and it's a bit of a work, the whole thing, the way he's left the club. So, goodbye, Ronaldo. Well done. You've been a great player, but you've really sort of stunk out the place with this move you did with the interview.
And Pat there, with obviously on Monday saying regarding the whole thing with the interview, it was obviously a rigged interview and things like that. But I think where Andy and Mark said it, I think they said it best, where I've been trying to figure out myself how best this interview was done. And it's almost like it is true what they're saying. It's almost a screw job, really, because you got best of both worlds. If Ronaldo leaves Man United in January, it means Ten Hag gets a striker that he wants. We think he gets a striker he wants. Then it's also good for the change room also as well. But for me, when you hear fans going off on Ronaldo and sort of giving him the criticism that he's been getting, because not a lot of fans I've listened to and I've heard said, oh, but, you know, the board have done wrong against him with his family. All I'm hearing is Ronaldo's done this, Ronaldo's done that, Ronaldo. But then there's a sentiment part of us got to sit there and think, well, if the story is true about his family, then we've got to sort of give him a bit of breathing space, because we as football fans sort of know exactly how the Glazer family run the business.
I understand. And I may as well explain myself again in what I said backstage. I've been in situations where I've had management speak to other people, and including myself as well at times. You'd say, I can't be in work today. My daughter's bronchitis. I have to go and stay with my wife. She's only have to have the baby. And you get a response of, you don't have bronchitis, do you? So why are you taking work off? And if that happens in my level, it happens in all levels. It's a real old style fashion of management that never goes away. It's just ruthless and heartless. And I'd imagine that that's probably what may have been said to Cristiano Ronaldo because of the fact of the kind of money that he's on. So I believe that happened, and I say it did. So when it came to watching the interview, it was completely scripted. There were certain things he said, the way he held himself. He says he was talking about the club president. Now, we all know there's no club president at Manchester United, okay? He can't say the position of Ed Woodward or Richard Arnold, because then he'll definitely get sued because it's slander, okay? So it was definitely cut up. Piers Morgan, what a tool for starters. I'm sorry.
Brilliant observation, Pat. Brilliant.
That was bubbling up at me there, right? He's supposed to be
polite.
He's supposed to be a journalist, lads. And all he done with this, he mollycoddled Ronaldo through the 90 minutes of my life that I'll never get back with questions like, I'm an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan asking the Manchester United players about how bad Erik ten Hag is. Like, Erik ten Hag probably met Cristiano Ronaldo at the start of the season and goes, Cristiano, I want you to stay. I want you to be part of my plans. I want you to be in the main man. And Cristiano went, yes, I'm with you, Eric. Let's do this together. And then Cristiano came back from pre-season and he couldn't kick the ball off the broadside of a barn. He's being absolutely tripe in comparisons to his kind of form. Is it because he's getting old? Is it because his head's not in the right place? I think the World Cup will tell that tale for us now. If he starts sticking balls in the back of the net for fun, you can see he was clearly just not happy at Manchester United and he wasn't enjoying his football. But I keep asking the question, why did he do it? Why did he do it? And it has to be, he just wants to go. He just wants to go. He just wants to get out there. And he feels with the short bit of space and time he has left in his career, he's done it to get out and now he's gone. And he may have done it as a parting gift to Man United fans, as Mark alluded to, but he's ruffled a few feathers. But that's life. You know, you can't keep everybody happy and you're going to piss everybody off at some stage.
He said something in that interview, didn't he? You've got to burn it to get started again or destroy it. He said something like that last night, didn't he?
Yeah.
So if he's got to bring them down, so be it. I hope that the ramifications they fall. That's the only positive that can come out of it.
Yeah. And for me, it's like when it's talking about like the facilities, he's saying about facilities and things like that as well. With it does sort of beg the question about Carrington, how bad Carrington is. Obviously, I know on Monday you did a quote and it has come back, resurfaced again about what Zlatan said about Manchester United. It's also come out now that what Paul Pogba have said about the facilities at Manchester United, at Carrington and things like that. So it's all the players, all of a sudden, like players who's left the club now, is now coming out and saying certain things about it.
Alexis Sanchez said it a couple of years ago within a week of him signing for United.
Yeah. So it is sort of a bit, it's a bittersweet. The way I look at Ronaldo leaving Man United, it's bittersweet. So yes, I will keep saying the interview process maybe shouldn't have done it the way he's done it. He's done it with Piers Morgan. I cannot stand Piers Morgan. I don't think anyone on the panel can stand Piers Morgan. But again, there's probably other avenues he could have gone around to get what he wanted to be said. Even if he went out and did it probably with like Rio Ferdinand or one of them guys, it's probably would have been a little bit better than Piers Morgan. That's in my opinion anyway. But on Monday, listen, there's loads of, I'm telling you, good luck here. Would you mind? Sorry. I'm putting you on big screen, by the way.
He's on mute, is he?
Yeah, mute him, Andy. Or that, you're very good at lip syncing.
Sorry.
Drop the mic.
There's comments here.
Oh, do you want me to read? Oh, sorry.
You can if you want.
Garnacho wasn't going to play. So, Emerson Kane, Garnacho wasn't going to play the Chelsea game. Ronaldo was going to get a run out for that game. He's done it multiple times the whole season. UK Stranger saying Cristiano was about to join City, mate. Ferguson had to change his mind. I'm not buying the way he loves the fans. Good point.
Can I say something to you? Omundi, stop that question right there, yeah? Right. A lot of people is on his back about this whole Man City thing, yeah? Andy, back me up on here because you will know, and I think Mark and you guys will know. Did Wayne Rooney hold Manchester United to ransom in 2010?
We're not playing. Hold on, we're not even playing tit for tat. Why are you playing?
No, but I'm asking a question. No. But everyone's sitting there saying about him.
Why are you comparing?
Because
is it right
it's
or wrong?
A comparison. No, but it's a
right
rival. But oh?
It's the same scenario.
It's the same.
It's just the same scenario because
I'm not.
He called
It's
out.
not one rule for Rooney, one rule for Ronaldo.
And he flirted with Man City, and he got that bad. Even people in hooded jackets turned up at his house and politely told him not to join Man City.
And then wait for it on Monday. Wait for it on Monday.
Hold on. Can I know? You have to give me time to respond.
Go on.
Ronaldo is from Sporting Lisbon. Okay, he's from a little island called Madeira. Everton. Rooney's come through Everton. They don't have no real loyalty to the club. They might kiss the badge and everything else. So it might be wrong to the fans to go and look elsewhere. Liverpool, Gerrard was going to go to Chelsea.
Sol Campbell to Arsenal.
So it might be wrong. It might be wrong. Okay, let's all just admit, okay, that's not a nice thing to do when you're playing for a club to threaten to go elsewhere. Ronaldo did it, Rooney did it. They're both in the wrong. Simple as that.
Can I say something to you again? I'm on there about it. So in 2010, Wayne Rooney did that, yeah? Wait for it. In 2013, he did it again.
All right, it's wrong twice then.
There you
with
go.
Chelsea won it. It's with
and
Chelsea,
then, no, Chelsea and City. Chelsea and City he did it with.
Yeah, but lads, in business, you have to force the hand of the owner sometime. And it has to be the worst possible case scenario. It's just like turning around and saying, I want a pay rise. You're not getting a pay rise. All right, well, then I'll leave. And then they have to give you a pay rise because if you leave and you're not valuable to the company, that's the only way you're going to get it. Otherwise, if you just roll over and take it, you're never going to get the increase that you require. How is Wayne Rooney going to get a pay rise? How is he going to get what he wants? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to the rivals. I'll go to the worst possible people you could think of who are playing well at the moment, and I'll go and score goals for them. Just exactly the same way Cristiano Ronaldo, Alex Ferguson, Mendes manipulated a move for Manchester United to take Cristiano Ronaldo back. Flirt with City, get Manchester United people the ears to prick up, then he was back. That's it. It's standard business protocol.
Monday, sorry. You can continue the comments. Sorry, apologies. I had to get that out.
I appreciate that. It's good talk. Robin Norman saying Big Daddy Tate when we talk about the wrestling theme. Emma saying he would have come on before 3 minutes if he hadn't thrown a tantrum to be part of the win. And Varane had come on at 90 minutes plus, so I see no issue with it. Talking about obviously the Tottenham game. Salute boy says Marvin, how you doing, Marvin? Big up, man. Ronaldo asked for the interview with an Arsenal fan that they have called a brat before. So basically Piers called him a brat.
Piers called him, yeah, did.
Ronaldo only did this to cover his own backside. Unfortunately, absolutely no self-reflection. Talking about the wrestling theme, HG Gamer saying Vince McMahon, another American we can't talk about. Funny thing about Vince, since he left WWE, it's been better. Stuart Marshall saying, even gents, just going down the pub. All right, Viva Ronaldo.
Where's our invite?
Bill Badger saying the art of fighting without fighting pretty much sums up the Ronaldo situation. That's a quote from Enter the Dragon. Marvin saying Piers didn't push back on any of the answers, but then cuss Oprah for the same style of interviewing with Will and Meg. Boxer says a lot of contradictions here. Boxer saying celebrities who plan and orchestrate their own interviews do it for one reason: soft interview from someone who will ass lick. Ronaldo did what Meghan Markle did by hiring Oprah for her interview. So they're doubling up that. UK Exchange saying the amount of abuse Wayne Rooney is getting on social media is just disgusting. Saragon saying Ronaldo behaved like a snake. He called all his teams rats. Maradona was the GOAT. Ronaldo had issues, said Emma, with treatment from Ten Hag. Then if he had issues with treatment from Ten Hag, then he could have said it in the meeting where the whole team could air their grievances, or at another time, like he's a grown man. Matty Mataface is saying Box, he should come on whenever he's told by the manager. Agreed, even if it's 90 plus 7 minutes to waste time. I agree with you about the decision, but it's not his choice, it's the manager's choice. The manager's in charge. Big up to Paddy Sykes. He's saying history repeating itself over Best and Doherty, their relationship. Can't believe we're still talking about it. For God's sake, let's move on. Saragon saying it's well reported that Jose Mendes and Ronaldo's camp commended Arnold for the way he handled his absence from pre-season. Interesting, that. UK Strange saying, I'm here Ronaldo wants his owed wages to leave. And Big G saying, Piers Morgan, love him or hate him, he was told what to say and asked, don't get me wrong, he's a tool. Like
we can all agree with that.
Should have never returned back for the umpteenth time. Glory was yesterday. Steve here is saying, big up to Andy Tate. Agree. Great to have you on, Andy. And final one here, I'm just going to throw this out. Rory saying, let's just set him free. No payout and go and sign someone else in January. So that's
wait on Monday because we can't miss out my tag team partner. My tag team partner yesterday.
Yeah. It's been a fortnight and we've had Kalula on, and Kalula's a really, really enthusiastic, passionate fan. And a lot of people love you, including ourselves. We love you on the show. She said it was too diplomatic. If Ronaldo wanted to do this, all he needed to do was go with a bang. Sorry, I'll read that again. I'm getting this all wrong, getting flustered here. If it was too diplomatic, if Ronaldo wanted to do this, he needed to go with a bang. There you go. I'll leave it on that.
And then last one, Bob.
Hey, Bob, how you doing? I like your views on Ronaldo and all this. This will be over once the World Cup starts.
Yeah, I honestly believe that as well. It will be. Wow, that was a lot of comments there as well, man. Jesus, wow. No, there was.
Can I just ask? Did he, when you said he called, did he call the entire team rats?
No, he didn't. He didn't call them rats. He called everyone the rats. He didn't call no one specific. No one specific.
If it wasn't for Ryan Giggs and Edwin van der Sar, he won't be a Champions League winner first time out. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. No, he didn't call. He was calling the media. He was calling the media rats as well. He was calling everyone.
And anyone who criticizes Ronaldo will be a rat in his eyes.
Well, that's why me and
Are we rats then? Are we rats?
Listen, I don't mind.
Just don't get a bit of cheese.
Give me some cheese.
Yeah,
Give me some cheese and I'll be. Pardon?
I've got to be honest. I don't really see any problem with being a fan of Ronaldo still, and saying that I'm not supporting Ten Hag. I feel like I can hold both of those ideas and both of those in my head and heart at the same time. I don't feel any contradiction here, to the extent where I think if you look at all the parameters here that you need to consider, all the factors, everything that's gone on, where it's quite plausible what Andy and I have put forward that all of this was a plan between them, because they both get what they want. One gets out of the club because he wants to leave, and one gets him out of the club because he needs him to leave as well. It's quite obvious. And I'll put another few questions to you guys. How do you think we got Varane? How do you think we got Casemiro from Real Madrid suddenly after Ronaldo joined? Do you think that Ronaldo could have got on the phone to his mate Casemiro, his good friend, and said, "Don't come to this s-hole. Like, the club's rubbish, But somehow he's still here. I've got a feeling that Ronaldo played a positive role in that. I think everyone's giving Ronaldo trash, but I'm going to say right now that what he said about 99% of the media reports being lies is true. You'd read those articles. Ronaldo wants to go to Chelsea. George Mendes meets with Chelsea. And in the last paragraph, it'd always say, I accept he was actually there to talk about some other player that's already signed to Chelsea, that, that's the real reason he was there. It's all lies. It's all made up. And if you believe it, you're a fool. I am telling you, it's as every bit as likely that two guys who actually do know each other in Ten Hag and Ronaldo, this is them getting what they want despite the money men at the club, because you're talking about a guy who broke T-shirt records when he signed the last time. They don't want to lose that big money cow. They don't care about the football, the greedy Glazers. They care about making money, keeping the T-shirt cow that, in the club, so they can pocket a big dividend. And Andy is spot on with that. That is, in my mind, far more likely to be true than the rubbish that's being trotted out in the media, which you'd be a fool to believe, with all due respect.
Yeah. And also, Andy, don't you think, because I've come up with this conclusion, I don't know what's going to happen with Ronaldo, whether or not they're actually going to sue him or not. But we said earlier, if he had a decent World Cup, he goes away, he scored top goal scorer in the World Cup or whatever. Could you see these Glazers actually then sit there and say, you know what, we don't want Ronaldo at the club. Let's go sell more shirts? Because the way I look at these guys at the club, the way the club's run is just so mismanaged, complete from top to bottom at the moment. Ten Hag's there trying to get some sort of unity, but I think the Glazers will become the stumbling block of him actually physically getting Man United back to that level. I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to do it, and it's going to be such a shame.
The way I see it, I see 4 snakes. I've seen there's 2 careers going down the hill. Ronaldo and Piers Morgan, and they've concocted this because they've got failing careers, and age catches up with you, and your TV career, phone hacking, racism, your TV show's pathetic, and you've got 2 people on the other side who actually don't care for anything with the club regarding on the pitch success. And all they want now, they want this money, and they want to try and get every last ounce, every last dime, every last dollar. You know what I mean? It's all about the money, like the song says. Dum dum da da dum dum. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. They will. If Ronaldo has a fantastic World Cup, the player of the tournament, goals, assists, even wins the World Cup, he's the goal. He can swing his brass balls like David Beckham. Swing them about. Just slap them in the Glazers' faces. Fuck it. Just come to go to the fucking court. Your Honor, I've got a character witness. What is it? Pulls a fucking gold. Bang. Big World Cup trophy. Fuck you, Glazers. Sue me now. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about. It's all about fucking money. And that is the most tragic thing about all this. Money, ego, image, and everything. That's all it's fucking about. Living your lifestyle up in a Florida fucking Everglades. While we deteriorate and we still on a decline. And Eric Ten Hag is trying his best to get at tune. And we were so in a good mood last Sunday night. We were all Garnacho. Garnacho. You know what I mean? Hey, bit of salsa, bit of Garnacho, dick, whatever. Your heels on a Sunday night with some beers, and he fucking drops this on a Sunday night just before the World Cup. He won't set foot in Manchester ever again.
No, he won't. But, Andy, if he's kept, it's going to prove everything that is wrong with the club. If he stays.
Now, this is the thing. If he keeps him,
no.
This could be their destruction as well.
Yeah,
possibly.
Because they are scared. If they keep him, this will be their death warrant. They will sign their own death warrant because they've had a few scares and they were shitting it again.
What's really clever?
They will shit it. Go on, Mac.
What's really
wait. Before we do,
one second.
Stop right there. I just want to stop the show for 1 second.
Stop it.
And
we need to do it. Yeah.
Put their prayers and thoughts into Miss Melina when she was sick recently. She's back. She's back, guys. Miss Melina, we're so pleased you're back to full health. We miss you. We're glad you're shouting out the panel. But we're bigger shout back to you from all of us on the panel, for everyone on the Man United agenda, everyone watching. Welcome back, and we're glad you're back in good health. God bless you. Anyway, sorry about that.
Sorry, go on. When you're ready, Mark.
Right. What's really, to me, fascinating about this interview and actually clever about it is that it's really cornered the Glazers. They can't win. It's like if they keep Ronaldo, they're effed. And if they get rid of him, they're effed. Like, that's the best part about it. That's what's really clever about this. It's almost as if there's another side that is against the Glazers in all of this, that is against them, that's trying to manufacture an issue here and to put forward an issue in that, as he said right up front, which I think was one of the most telling and important parts of the interview, the Glazers have never contacted me. They've never even got on the phone and called the most important player to ever kick a ball in some people's view. Never even called him, Never
offer condolences at all.
Even the Queen wrote him a letter.
Yeah. There you go.
As much as we hate the Glazers, and we all do, lads, the one thing I have to say is, and this is my biggest fear, is that Cristiano's going to come back from the World Cup and he's going to be kept at his own will. So he's not going to want to be there, for one. Second thing is then Erik ten Hag is not going to be happy about it. He's not going to want him at the club. He's not going to want him in his team. That's going to start affecting Erik ten Hag. There's quite possibly this could turn on its head so bad. We could lose the manager we've been finally waiting for so long by the summer of next year because of the way the club is going to manage this situation. That's my
Can I say something?
Our question quickly though. Oh, after you say what you said on Monday, sorry.
No. Question here saying, which would you rather, pay him off or get rid, or refuse to pay him off and make him train on his own for 6 months?
You
So
can't
his
refuse
contract
that.
runs out in 2023.
There's going to be some legal thing with that. You ain't going to be able to do that. You'll have to
And the
pay
one
more.
point I do want to make, which I think which disgusted me throughout the whole interview, is this. Because you know me, I'm a Bible man, and it is the first commandment is there is no don't idolize anyone, don't use idolatry. And we can't be worshipping players like this. Everyone's treated equal in my book. You know, I only worship one thing, the Most High. And I'm not here to preach or anything like that. But I think there's a law with the manager. He put down his commandments. He had his rules set in place. And a transgression, meaning breaking the rules, is a sin. So what he's done, and there's a crime for sins. And in the Bible, it says the wages of sin is death. And this is the death of Ronaldo, in my opinion. He needs to go.
Monday, newbie. Not seen them on the channel before.
Sadak, I hope I'm pronouncing that. Raman, I'll call you Raman because I'm a boxing fan, and I know Hashim Raman was a heavyweight champ once, knocked out Lennox Lewis. He's saying the Glazers don't want to spend any money during the winter transfer window, so that's an issue. We're going to need a striker anyway, aren't we, if he does believe. Yeah.
Right, guys. Amanda, would you mind keep going through some of the comments as well, please?
There's loads and loads.
Just pick a couple.
Okay, all right. So Emma's saying Ten Hag hate the media, press, he will not have any place in this. So he's saying, because you guys were suggesting this was a shoot between Ten Hag and Cristiano Ronaldo. Paddy was saying Real Madrid sold us down the road with Varane. UK Shane said, what are you saying? Casemiro wanted United no matter what. Ronaldo didn't influence the case. He's talking to our man Paddy, obviously. A-Bub is saying he's not friends with his ex-teammate, dude. Rory is an Irishman. He says, as an Irishman, he said, Pat might have some thoughts on this. Keane walking away from the World Cup to highlight the incompetence of the FIA. Very good point, actually. Any similarities with Ronaldo, or does he just want out? I think that's a great point.
That's a great point. Let's hold on. Let's go with that. Let's use that as a question.
Just quickly. Ronaldo is friends. He had Rooney round to his house for dinner only 6 months back, and he's very close friends with Roy Keane and Rio Ferdinand. So I'm sorry, you're absolutely wrong there.
Yeah, but he did say Rooney's not his friend anymore.
He is. No, he's friends. He's friends with them. He's friends with plenty of his ex-teammates. That's just not true.
Have they all concocted this together to get rid of the Glazers?
I think they have, you know.
Is Fergie called in some favours? Is this the master plan to get them out? I can tell you what, that's a hell of a conspiracy theory right there, man.
Listen,
you don't need
JFK.
You don't need JFK with this. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's like Ocean's 11 that we've got enough people in there.
Yes, this is brilliant. This is brilliant Friday night. Don't need Coronation Street when I got this. This is brilliant. I mean, Pat was going on about before. He touched on something there, and could this backfire on the Glazers if they say if Ronaldo has a good World Cup, he's a player in the tournament, even wins it. They want to bring him back, but he doesn't want to come back. So they will undermine Ten Hag. Ten Hag walks. The Glazers, the club is in disarray. The players don't know what's going on. This could destroy our season. They are at a critical stage now. They are on the rocks. There's no money in the bank. We've got a shit training ground. We've got a stadium that's got more leaks than a Titanic. We've got infrastructure.
We've got rats. We've got rats as well. Remember he named rats? He said rats. We got rats in the Old Trafford as well. Remember
we got rats. We got rats in the kiosks. We got rats in the seats. We even got them on the pitch.
We got rats at the top of the club.
I mean, if you look back to last season as well, after egos, see all them egos in the dressing room. Ronaldo was right about that. I'll give you that, lad. All them egos in the dressing room last season. See, they've all gone quiet now because they won't say anything. But the club, this is their end game now. They've been rocked 3 times in the last 18 months, and there's more to come. You know what I mean?
It's not finished. It's not finished.
It's not finished. There's more to come.
Yeah, more. Omundi, I'm going to bring you in here quickly because we got this one. Hold on one second, where he did put something.
So they're in the comments. They were talking
See
about
that comment from The Simpsons?
Yeah, on the globe.
Yeah, Michael Hill. I've not seen him before on the
So
channel.
big up to Michael Hill. He's saying Uruguay. I don't think so. Someone suggested Uruguay could win
What am
the
I
World
looking
Cup.
for? What comment is it we're
Watch
looking
out
for?
for
The Simpson one. I can't say it, but you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Is there a
Hey,
comment
Mark.
there? Where is it? Have
Yeah.
I missed a comment?
You probably
go on.
deleted it. It was there for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
half a millisecond.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it then? What was it for? Who sent it? Do you know?
Biggest rats are in Florida. They're called the Glazers.
TalkMU saying, let's get 2 things straight here. This is not a team effort against the Glazers, and Ronaldo will never enter Old Trafford again, and that's facts, he's saying. Saragon saying, this is no QAnon conspiracy. Ronaldo needs help to manage his ego and accept he's not the player he once was. As the Fine Young Cannibals used to sing, I'm not the man I used to be. And he's certainly not in my eyes anyway.
No.
Great song.
Sadek is saying, we all support United and we should support our manager, Eric Ten Hag. I think he deserves a lot of support from this. Realist, on the same page as me, saying, preach, bro, I'm with you on that one. Yes, laws are laws, not to be transgressed. Saragon saying, Ronaldo being told not to come to Carrington. Keep it up, folks. Sorry, we're well behind here. And again, Sadek saying the Glazers don't want to spend any money, as we said, during the transfer window. Well, there'd be a lot of money with the wages if he does leave. In the books, won't they? There will be a lot of money
16
left
million
over.
quid.
What was he saying? Hold on. What is this? RVN? Who's Rob? Is that Rob
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
So he's saying Ruud
say-
van Nistelrooy said he'd never come back, and did years later. He didn't come back to us, did he?
No, as in he'd never step in Old Trafford again, and he obviously grew up, realized he was acting the fucking Marshall, and then came back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And didn't he fall out with Ronaldo?
Well,
Yeah,
he was the reason. Like
he was-
He was the reason why.
sorry,
Ronaldo
sorry,
left.
Amondi, but
Yeah.
Amondi should not Amondi. It wasn't Amondi.
Go
when
on.
we
I was
interviewed
there.
like Ronaldo should reminisce from the time that Van Nistelrooy used to bully him before Van Nistelrooy got the boo as well at the same time, because that should be still fresh in his memory, you know.
And that was over. I think that was over the pelter. He missed against Charlton or something that ended the 05-06 season.
Yeah, and there was also issues about Ronaldo was messing about on the ball and not crossing when, like, as a striker, you went, yeah, you're ready to cross, and then cut back inside, then he cut back again and do all these stupid tricks. And that's why they fell out as well. There's a big issue about that. Whereas Beckham would get the ball or Gary Neville would whip it in and goals. That's for you.
Yeah.
So
Hydro as well on Monday.
So Hydro, how you doing, man? He says FUCK to the Ronaldo. No player is bigger than the club. And Ruud van Nistelrooy 2006, Ronaldo 2022.
Just remember, everyone, like, you know, what I'm saying really here essentially is everyone has to see everything as black and white. Like, you're either on Ronaldo's side or you're on Manchester United's side. And I don't see things that way. I see there's a third way. I don't think that there's any problem with being on Ronaldo's side and the club side and the fan side. I actually think that is, if you're going to say there's a side in this, that's one side. Ronaldo was on our side. When I saw him in the interview, I looked in his eyes, and like our man Omondi, he's a man of God, and I could see the sincerity in his eyes. And like you said, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes in a very pointed moment in that interview. You don't know what's going on. And I tend to think that the truth, we don't know all of it, and to keep an open mind. I know, you know, this isn't the best path, the way things have gone. We've all been hurt. Like, our loyalty to Ronaldo and the club is being tested here, and it's a difficult moment. But I think what's best for the club and what's best for Ronaldo is for us to part ways. And I think the only real obstacle in the way that it isn't Ten Hag. I don't think they're against each other. They both want the same thing. There's some other force at the club that wants him to stay and refuses to let him go. What is that? You know, you can say I'm being crazy. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm just saying logically you've got to ask these questions. You know, there's something going on. And when I look at, you know, Ronaldo waving his finger at the end when he wanted to come on for 2 minutes and then storming off, it did remind me more of wrestling than football.
Andy?
why don't if they both want the same goal, which Mark says, why didn't he just turn this the entire? Why didn't Ronaldo and Ten Hag just turn this onto the Glazers?
The thing is,
Bring
would
it down.
Glazers, would Ten Hag do this though?
Seriously.
Because he's a new manager in the club, and to be honest with you, Ten
Would
Hag
they sack
probably
him? Would
wanted.
they dare sack Ronaldo and Eric Ten Hag at the same time? Would they
No, they
fucking
wouldn't. They
dare?
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
They wouldn't
There is-
fucking. If this was what
They
really should have
won't do
been
that.
done. If
Because
this was
they're
interview was to be done, it should have been coordinated
Yeah,
by
I've heard.
Eric Ten Hag and Ronaldo and aimed at the Glazers.
Yeah. I've heard as
Serious-
well through the grapevine, through Twitter, there's a possibility of first game at home. There's going to be another protest as well
Good.
after this interview. So through the grapevine,
Yeah,
apparently there's going to
Yeah,
be
they'll
another
just try and
protest.
ban your flags, mate.
Yeah,
Listen,
Now
they'll
is the
just try and
time.
take your flags.
Now is the time. Make no mistake. Now is the time with the most powerful man on the planet, as far as social media goes, in Ronaldo, making this a big issue, because it really was the thing he talked possibly the most about. That and his family. This is the time to protest. This is the time to push the
All he
Glazers
needs
out.
to
They are-
do is tweet Glazers out, and it'll go
Right.
fucking into overdrive.
Exactly.
Telling you.
I hope he does. But they are at their weakest. Remember, he just moved a can of Pepsi or whatever it was. He just moved a can of Pepsi, and $70 million in shares later, the Glazers right now are shaking in their boots. Now is the time to push them over the edge.
Yeah.
I really hate them. I really do. I
You know
can't
what?
wish any
If
more
he
pain
wants
on
to
anyone.
do this, why don't he just tweet or do an Instagram? Glazers
Because he
out,
gets
join the
sued.
movement. I'm
He
joining the
can't,
movement.
Andy, he can't. He honestly can't, and that's the way the whole interview was maneuvered. That he couldn't open his mouth to
Exactly.
anybody. He
Well,
couldn't.
he's already breached a
Exactly.
contract, so just forget it. Just go
Oh no,
for
no,
it.
but this is my point. Why did he do it? It can only be because he wants to get out of the club, and he's just telling everybody how bad it is before he leaves. Is the only thing I didn't agree with was having remarks about Eric Ten Hag. I thought that was very unfair. He could have just made it. So, Mark, he kind of is that. It was a little bit like I was losing the will to live when I was watching it, to be honest, because he's like, oh, but he said he'd play me, and then he didn't play me, and then I was coming on, and then I was doing this, and I'm like, what are you fucking saying? Will you talk bleeding sense? He didn't play it because you weren't playing well. That was it. Get over it. Build a bridge, man. You're not playing well. That's it.
Anyway, guys, I've got a cut to you guys. Go on.
No, let me say this, because when this is all over, I still have the same love for Cristiano Ronaldo, and it hasn't changed. I thought it was a boring interview. That's all I thought it was. To be honest, and when he goes, I'm still gonna love him as much as I've always loved the man. This hasn't changed my opinion on it. It just gives us something to talk about. But he's gone now, and he's made his bed. That's it.
Yeah.
Guys, 34 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please give us a like and subscribe. There's only 27 likes, and there's quite a lot of you guys watching, so make sure you're giving us some support as well for the channel. But there is some great news that we will be hopefully be sort of manifesting in the coming maybe a week, maybe beginning of next week. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to revamp our membership as well. So we're going to hopefully get some membership videos only, uncut, uncensored video out there on the in the community. So if you are a member and you would like to become a member, it start from, is it Monday? I can't remember what the membership is. It's like 99p, 199, Pat, 399 as well.
399 for the 14 player.
Yeah, there
you
you
want
go.
to be
So
on the bench, it's 199, and if you want the first one, which, listen, it isn't the best one, it's the 99-cent one. Go for the 14 player, guys. Like myself, you get all the info. You get in
You don't want to
backstage.
sit on the bench.
Nobody wants to be on the bench, baby.
no one wants to be a bench warmer unless you're in Amonde's team, and Amonde will sit there and be like screaming at you on a Sunday, going, "You're not doing this right. You're not doing that. You're on the bench." And you got to listen to Amonde because he's just towering over you, so you got nothing to say. It's like he said earlier in the show, you just sit there and do like a WWE headbutt and something like knock me out, and that's all.
Stone Cold Stunner, man.
Can I just say something? This is what management's like. On Sunday, just gone. We've been winning. We haven't lost a game this season. One of my best players.
Since I was over Monday, was it?
One of our best players, Omar, 42 years old. He was a bit annoyed. He plays up front with another guy. He was annoyed. The guy wasn't passing to him. So after about 5 minutes, he was like, "Oh, take me off. I'm done with this." Really embarrassing behaviour, and I didn't have a go at him because he was hot at the time. I sat back at half time. I sat down, let them argue it out, you know, and left them to it, and then continue like that. So I knew it's like disrespect. And after the game, everyone who was playing the arse had to apologise because I didn't attack them there and then, so they couldn't go at me. I just left them, and they had to come back, and they all apologised in front of the whole group of people. I feel Ten Hag, as a football manager, Ten Hag has to have the respect. First of all, you do not trash the man like that or undermine him in any way. And I like Ronaldo as a player. I say to you, Errol, all the time, I just like to deal with the football side of things, the game, enjoy the game. All this outside distraction and thing. We spent a whole week talking show on a guy who's just throwing his toys at the pram. You know, he doesn't, it's all about him. He's got to care about himself and everything else. He's playing the violin and all this kind of thing, getting himself aside. Nothing he said criticized himself. He didn't say, this is what I say, if you come on the Man United agenda, let me interview you or Andy, and we're asking the right questions and say, well, why aren't you playing well? What's going on? You know, he doesn't touch on that. So we didn't hear the truth. It was a one side. There's always there's only one truth. There's two sides to a story. There's always only one truth. And we just heard one truth from someone who's, like I said, where's number 7? Because he's representing the 7 deadly sins.
Viva Ronaldo.
Viva Ronaldo.
32 in the chat, guys.
On the bench, Omundi, because then they have to look at your butt for the whole game.
I'd rather have Mondays a number 7, slick, fast up front. Why not?
Hey, just by the way, guys, I know we're dragging on. It's a long show, but don't forget 10 p.m. tonight. It will continue because Andy, you're doing overtime, and we ain't even paying you, but you're doing overtime for the Man United agenda. So nothing.
I'm doing overtime and I'm not working.
10 p.m. guys.
Make sure you tune in at 10 p.m. on Spot the Ball as well. So just make sure you go over there and tune in. But listen, guys, from us, as I said, it's very easy, very simple. You can join a membership. You get, as I said, the 99p package. You get the 199 package, and also you get the 399 package. We are going to try and make a conscious effort in making sure we upload at least one video a week for it. And also, we're going to be doing the quiz as well within the World Cup. And we are going to do some giveaway as well. So make sure you tune in for the giveaways as well for the World Cup, for on Monday's World Cup quiz. And then also, we got some ideas with Spot the Ball as well at 10 o'clock every Friday night, where you can win yourself some gift vouchers as well, guys. So listen, the agenda, we're going to kick off. So make sure 29 in the chat, you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. But as always, Mark, thank you so much, all the way from Australia. What time is it now there?
It's 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, you're a legend, Mark. Fair play to you, man.
Absolute legend.
Hey, big up, Mark.
Mark.
Really enough respect.
Yeah.
Top
Andy,
how
how is it in rainy Manchester at the moment? Probably pissing out rain, isn't it?
It's actually dry. All the celebrities still on here. It's like Ant and Dex on my telly.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Ireland, up in Ireland right now, yeah, Pat, I'm reckoning it's like the temperatures probably drop a bit.
That is. It was a little bit sunny today, but it's nothing like what Mark's going to be getting.
Oh, wow. What's this one on Monday?
So in Brisbane on the Gold Coast, ABUP is said it's 7:30 a.m.
Wow. Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely
Another
brilliant. On
Aussie.
Monday, how was it in Hayes? Hazy, yeah?
I'm in lovely Perryville, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that town anymore. I'm out of there.
Yeah, well, where I am, it's bright. About 10 minutes away from you, but it's all right. It looks all right outside for me. But guys, listen, it's been absolute pleasure. Great show, great panel. Where we're saying Trinidad, we got Trinidad in the place.
Yeah, it's
well.
4:34 p.m. in Trinidad.
Wow.
Big up to the realist
Big up,
tonight. Go
realist.
check him out, man.
Big
Great
up.
show, great content, and a real Man United red. Big time,
Hold
big
on.
up. And Stephen Jinks as well says he's in bed. I don't know what time it is there, but
Well, what time is it there? What time is it there? Quickly.
it's probably English, yeah. 4:30 in Toronto. We're international. We have Melina from
International.
Toronto as well earlier on earlier. So
Brilliant.
4:30 in Toronto. So big up, man.
Wow.
International show.
Steve,
the
what time
Manchester
is it there?
United.
Hold on 1 second. Right. So, guys, that's us. Wow. International. Very international.
Probably Europe. That's Europe.
Yeah,
time,
somewhere in
isn't it?
Europe. Yeah,
Yeah,
10:30. No, it's an hour forward, isn't it? So it's in Europe. It's an hour forward.
France to Spain, in it.
Could be France, Spain. Yeah.
In Belgium, Germany.
Yeah. So,
Right,
guys,
wonderful.
listen. We are going to tune out now. 33 in the chat, guys. Make sure you put some comments. I love it. Oh, wait. We are international tonight. Hold on, sorry, Monday.
Flex
Well,
Felix is saying
30 afternoon in
Vancouver's
Vancouver.
1:30 p.m. And remember, they said 4:30 in Canada, in Toronto on one side, on the east side, and then all the way on the other side is
Billy.
and obviously
Bill.
it's 9:30.
Yeah, Bill, we got the same time as you. And then we
Stephen Jinx
also
is in Germany.
Germany.
Yep.
Nine.
Me and Mike,
Nine.
where is that?
Me and Mike's is 11:36 a.m. Me and Mike, where are you, mate?
Where are you,
I don't
man?
know. Where
Wow.
could you be?
Guitar.
Yo,
So
me
good.
and Mike could be. Could it be me and Mike? Could it be somewhere like
So
what am I
that's
thinking? Dubai or something like that?
me
Could it
and
be
Mike
Dubai?
is AM, so that's behind. It's gonna be
Cyprus,
USA or
could be
going that way.
Cyprus, Middle East, Turkey,
USA.
that way. 2 hours in front of you, down at end.
Yeah,
Me and Mike's in the USA or somewhere behind us with the
behind.
time.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
That's what
All
the
right.
agenda's got over all the
Right.
other shows. You get the whole world, everyone from all the Man United fan bases all around the world here on this show. You don't get that anywhere else, and you don't get the truth and the opinions you get from all these great guys here. I tell you, it's
Big up.
different. Not
We-
just the
we-
same old,
we-
same
Be
old.
scared if the White House
We-
sent us
we-
the
we got
messages,
you.
I tell you.
Yeah, you don't get the same old here.
Yeah.
Can I say from now on we're going to be called Man United Agenda International?
Yeah,
That's it. Me and Mike,
Get a
Hawaii.
t-shirt, get the
Hawaii.
t-shirts done.
Hawaii.
Yeah, this
Hawaii.
show's for
Aloha.
everyone.
Big up. Listen, guys. So as I said, guys, last thing, I'm going to Errol Flynn. I'm getting it all now, innit? Guys, as I said earlier, if you want to become a member, it's very easy, very basic. Go check out everything. But if you're trying to use your mobile phone, for some reason, it doesn't allow you to do the membership. So you almost got to log in on your laptop to do the membership. Am I right in saying that, Pat?
No, you can do it on the phone, but it gives you hassle, like because I've been a member now for probably nearly 10 months, and what happened was my bank card they expired in the date, so I had to renew my membership because of the card, and it gave me awful trouble on the phone. But what I done was I done it on the laptop, but you can do it on the phone. It just gives you trouble sometimes, so maybe start with the laptop. But look, lads, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, and then also as well, we've got to say, if you do become a member as well, you do get the opportunity to come on the channel on the Friday Night Takeaway as well. So, and that's at 10 o'clock, and that is next, guys, at 10 o'clock. So make sure you tune in. It's gonna be
Juicy.
It's gonna be juicy because you got a Liverpool fan on it. I believe you got Arsenal fan on it as
Take
well.
it easy, Andy. Take it easy.
Andy. Slow it down, Andy. Slow it down. Cheers,
As The Rock would
guys.
say, bring it.
Bring it.
Don't just sing it. Don't just sing it. Bring it.
Very good. But now, guys, that was absolutely brilliant. Time flew past. I'm really sorry for keeping everyone late on here. It was going. See you in 20 minutes. Thank you, Roy. See you in 20 minutes, mate. So, guys, listen, from us, been absolutely brilliant with the panels having on here. Andy, we always give you a shout out, even though we know where to find you. So, Andy, where can we find you, sir?
I'm on Instagram, AndyT.74. You find me there. I'm on TikTok. You don't stop. And that's me done.
Oh, brilliant. And again, Mark, you're going to be part of the furniture coming on as a guest with us probably once a week or whenever you're available. Where people can find you, sir?
Mate, you can find me in 20 minutes in the comments and the takeaway because I'm just a fan like all the rest of you are, just Mr. Average. And that's where you'll find me checking out Mr. Broccoli's latest comments.
Oh, yes, he's got to eat broccolis, in it. Oh, yes, I remember that. If Fred score a goal, Mr. B's got to eat some broccolis. There you go. A plate as well. I don't want 1 or 2 broccolis. But guys, now, seriously, on a serious note as well, yeah, just make sure you go over and check out the channel at 10 o'clock as well for the Friday Night Takeaway. It's absolutely carnage over there, especially having Liverpool and Man United fans together and Arsenal fans. Yeah, it's going to be. They're meant to be a Spurs fan.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Oh, brilliant! But guys, from us tonight, it's been absolute. Hold on, one more. First one. Monday.
I'm going to struggle with this name. AKA is your initials, so I'll go with that. AKA. What Ronaldo said about Ten Hag still has me fuming. So yeah, we're on the same page.
Big up. Right, guys, that's us. We've been going over an hour, so we shouldn't have. We should have been doing 45 minutes. But listen, it's been brilliant with every single comment as well in there as well. So guys, thank you so much. What's the name of the channel? It's called The Man United Agenda.
Corner, you can't
Where
you
is it?
read?
Where is it?
No.
Where is it? No, it's not. You can't
Above
see
your
it.
head, Errol. Above your head.
Look up, Errol.
Errol, not in your room.
What is the name of the channel?
Yeah, the Man United agenda. The Man
What's that
United
over-
agenda.
what's that over my shoulder?
The Man United agenda.
What's that? The top left-hand corner, guy. Jeez.
No, you know what it is, Andy? You can see on your screen. I can't see the Man United agenda on my screen. There's a clock there.
It's right at the top of the screen. Manchester United.
It's the Man United agenda. It's the Man United agenda. So it's
become
there.
a full team member. Don't look at Omondi's bum.
Yeah, there you go. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Yeah, guys, but the channel is called The Man United Agenda, so you can go check it out, guys, and make sure you're giving us a like, share, and subscribe. And from us, listen, we're definitely going off now. So thanks for everything. Good night, and as what we say, see you at 10 o'clock.